Welcome to the deep dive. For years, India's been this growing tech powerhouse, right? But often relying on others for those really critical components. Today, we're looking at something different, a moment that signals a real strategic shift. India's first homegrown Vikram 32-bit processor chip. It was just presented to Prime Minister Modi at Semiconductor India 2025. This is more than just news. It's about ambition, innovation coming together. So if you track UPSC, science and tech, current affairs, well, this deep dive is for you. We'll unpack what the Vikram 32 is, what it can do, and crucially, what it means for India in the global semiconductor game.
Exactly. And it's not just, a photo op. This really represents a significant technological step for the country. We're going to get into the technical details of the Vikram 32, how it was made, why it's so resilient, and how this single chip really symbolizes India's push for, well, strategic independence.
Okay, let's get right to it then. What is the Vikram 32? And when we say indigenous in a world full of global supply chains, what does that actually mean here?
Right. So basically, the Vikram 32 is India's very first fully indigenous 32-bit microprocessor. It comes from ISRO's Semiconductor laboratory, that's SCL. And indigenous here is key. It's not just the design, the actual making of it, the fabrication, the packaging that all happened in India. At SCL's 180-millimeter CMOS facility up in Mohali, Punjab, look, this isn't about directly competing, say, with the tiny 3-nanometer chips in the latest phone. It's about proving India has a fully sovereign capability, a robust manufacturing process for something reliable that's absolutely vital for critical sectors.
And it's not just an idea on paper, right? I heard this chip has already seen some action.
Oh, absolutely. It's not a prototype collecting dust. It was successfully tested, validated, actually in space during the PSLV C-60 mission. And that's crucial for a couple of reasons. One, it proves it can handle extreme conditions, shows its reliability. Two, it signals it's ready for the most demanding jobs out there.
Wow, okay. Space validation is definitely impressive. But you mentioned it's not just for rockets. How does a space-tested chip translate to, say, the defense sector or even automotive?
Yeah, good question. So it's designed as a general-purpose floating-point processor. It uses a 32-bit microarchitecture. Now, that floating-point capability is really important. It means it can handle complex calculations, real-world numbers with high precision. Think about satellite trajectories or processing complex sensor data for defense systems. You need that precision. And the fact that it's space-hardened, that's not just a cool label. It means it's built for extreme temperatures, harsh environments, unparalleled reliability. So that makes it immediately attractive for strategic areas, defense, aerospace, yes, but also automotive, energy, anywhere where failure just isn't an option, and maybe standard commercial chips wouldn't cut it.
That makes sense. And this development, it isn't happening out of the blue, is it?
Yeah.
How does it link back to the India Semiconductor mission? Many listeners, especially those focused on UPSC, will be tracking that.
Oh, it's directly linked. This breakthrough is, you could say, a tangible result of policies like the India Semiconductor mission, which kicked off back in 2021. And what's really remarkable is the speed. Just 3.5 years or so, and India has gone from primarily being a consumer of these advanced chips to, well, starting to create them. And you can see the commitment. There are 5 new semiconductor units being built right now, 10 major projects approved, pulling in investment over Rs 1.60 lakh crore across 6 states. Plus, and this is important, they're supporting design startups. More than 23 under the Design-Linked Incentive, or DLI scheme. That's giving financial help, design tools, building that whole local ecosystem from the ground up.
Okay, so stepping back, looking at the bigger picture, what does this Vikram 32 really signify? For India's national goals, its place in the world.
Well, presenting the Vikram 32 chip to the PM, it's both things, isn't it? It's a tech milestone, yes, but it's also highly symbolic. It signals a new phase, really, of homegrown semiconductor innovation. It strongly reinforces that vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. And this isn't just about the economy. It's about gaining technological sovereignty, building resilience in a world that's, let's face it, geopolitically quite complex. So it positions India as, well, a bright spot in that global semiconductor value chain, a beacon, maybe, of stability and growth in this area.
It really is an incredible journey we've outlined today. The Vikram 32, it's clearly more than just a chip hardened for space. It feels like a powerful symbol of India really stepping up its self-reliance in such a critical tech field.
Absolutely, which naturally leads you to wonder, doesn't it? As India keeps building these indigenous capabilities, what does that mean for global tech partnerships?